curious, what happens if you stay awake for 48 hours? No breaks, no resting your eyes, just 2 full days of forced consciousness. The moment you decide to skip sleep, a cascade of internal failures begins. Your brain efficiency drops, your hormones misfire, your immune system weakens, and your emotional stability fractures. Staying awake for this long represents the abrupt disconnection of an active biological survival system. It is easy to think of sleep as an off switch for the body. In reality, closing your eyes triggers a highly active and vital maintenance period. Every night, your brain goes to work clearing out toxic metabolic waste products that accumulate during waking hours. With the waste cleared, it moves on to secondary tasks, processing memories and physically repairing microscopic neural connections. If you bypass this maintenance window, your brain is forced to operate while drowning in its own uncleared toxins. Between 0 and 12 hours awake, the symptoms are mild. You yawn, your focus weakens, your reaction times slow down. But as you cross the 24-hour mark, simple daily tasks require much more effort. Your cognitive efficiency drops significantly, and your short-term memory frays. This chart shows exactly how compromised you are. Research demonstrates that a person awake for 24 hours experiences the exact same impairment in cognitive performance as someone who has reached the legal limit for alcohol intoxication. Your brain has lost its processing efficiency. You are trying to navigate the world chemically compromised. Heading into the 24 to 36-hour window, the situation escalates. Your body registers the lack of sleep as a severe threat, triggering a systemic panic response. Look at this graph. To force you to stay alert, your endocrine system floods your bloodstream with a massive spike in cortisol. The resulting cascade is immediate. As cortisol shoots up, your immune function drops, and systemic inflammation increases throughout your body. This intense stress triggers a desperate survival override known as microsleeps. Without warning, your brain will involuntarily shut down for a few seconds at a time, leaving you briefly unconscious. Standard physiological operations have been abandoned. Your body is now operating in a volatile state of biological emergency. As you approach the 36 to 48-hour mark, the uncleared toxins from your missed maintenance cycles reach a critical, suffocating mass. The physical exhaustion becomes extreme. Deep confusion sets in, and you will likely find it difficult to even speak clearly. Your psychological stability fragments. You struggle with distorted thinking, high emotional volatility, and you may even begin to experience auditory or visual hallucinations. Meanwhile, the hormones regulating your hunger and energy go haywire, triggering intense cravings for high-calorie, sugary foods as your body desperately searches for fuel. By the end of the second day, the combination of accumulated waste and hormone mismanagement leaves the brain and body in a state of severe functional decline. There is a persistent cultural myth that some people can simply train themselves to function perfectly on minimal sleep, or that they can power through the exhaustion. This graph illustrates the reality of adaptation. While your perceived tiredness might flatten out, meaning you emotionally adapt to the feeling of fatigue, the actual cognitive damage and biological decline continue to rise sharply. You cannot outwill your biology. Regardless of how a person claims to feel, the physiological bill for sleep deprivation always comes due. Recovery from a 48-hour deprivation event is possible, but a single night of rest will not instantly undo the damage. Your body requires extended, repeated cycles of deep sleep to clear the massive backlog of necessary cellular repair and neurological restoration. Sleep is not a customizable lifestyle choice. It is a non-negotiable biological pillar of human survival. What is the longest you have ever stayed awake? Comment your experience below, and make sure to subscribe to the Daily Momentum for more science-based health and self-improvement videos.